Hi guys, Royal85 here from Discord. Um, Mrblister made a good guide, decent guide, how to install the Odin wallet on a VPS with a bash script. And that's a script where he just runs all the commands basically to install the wallet, the pre-compiled wallet. And it's the 64-bit version he installs. And if you want to do updates beforehand, you have to uncomment these, but you can also run these separately, of course, to update your files and then to upgrade. But it's easiest to just run it and see what happens. So we hop onto our VPS. You can copy your key to the server by doing ssh-copy-id space to root in your IP address. And then when they prompt to enter password, you enter the root password here, or you get the first root password by mail, and then you can change this, of course. Enter it, and then the key will be added as well, and you can log into the server with your SSH key. This is where we are now. So what we are gonna do now is we're gonna open the guide, the PDF here, and since we can't select in here, that's handier to do. I downloaded it, so it's over here. We connect it to the VPS, and it's good to read everything here. But for now, I'm just gonna run you through it. And this is what the script is gonna do. It's gonna create a swap file. It's gonna download the binary files and copy them to the right place, of course. Generate a masternode key, private key. In Pixel's guide, it was done on the cold wallet side, but it can also be done at the masternode side, and it's handy because you can then run it in a script instead of putting it in a console each time by hand. It's more, yeah, less mistakes if it's done in a script. And it's gonna set up the Odin configuration for you, so the masternode.conf, and it will start the masternode as well. And all we gotta do basically is just do these two instructions. And this script, by the way, it's made to run on root user. If you have a sub user, like you made a sub user like VPS, then all you gotta do is install an editor and edit the setup.bash. And because, let me show you over here, the copy. Oh, it's already changed. Never mind, the sudo copy wasn't there before, but this fixed that. It should run fine even if you have a sub user. As long as that user has sudo, it will run. And now we can just run it. Bash setup. Wait a bit, and it's gonna download the precompiled library, extract it, copy it into the right directory. Yeah, of course, the first bit takes a little bit longer. It depends on your hard drive speed on the server. It's for generating the swap file. Okay, it's already done extracting. Enter the IP address of your server. Oh, we have it over here. Copy, paste, enter. ODN server starting, then stopping again, starting again, because the configuration files changed. and this is what we need to copy. This is the Masternode IP, and that is also the private key. These two are going to be entered at your cold wallet. So if we hop back to the cold wallet, oh yeah, we can do quick status first to see if it's running here, right? Yeah, this message is good. That means it's waiting for remote activation, so that's fine. Now the cold wallet setup. What we're gonna do now is hop to the cold wallet, where we need to generate a new cold wallet address. We can do that by going to the console and then get account address with the name. We're not gonna, oh, I can't copy paste here. I'm on the Apple. I need to do it this way. This is the third. This is just a name you can give for yourself. Since I'm helping some people to install, it's easier for me to see which VPS is what account address. So give it a name for yourself. Don't give it like a name like Masternode or something that's easier to remember the server by that's connected to it. We need to copy that address because we need to send 25,000 Odin to there. So we go to the outbird here, pay to. We can just paste it again. Then it recognizes the label. If it doesn't, be alarmed because then you probably didn't enter it good. Then the amount of coins. We send it here. Then we need to enter the wallet passphrase. Okay. And yes to the fee. Are sure you want to send. Okay. And we can now see in the transaction log that you don't see the 25k going out because the 25k doesn't go out. It's still in your wallet. It's just like with the Odin claim portal, it's frozen. It's frozen inside your own wallet. And all you see is the transaction. There's a transaction fee that was used by it. So you can double click that and then you see the transaction ID. We need to copy that. I keep pressing Apple C and it does something different on Linux. I'll just copy this part as well. Okay, then I'm gonna start a text editor. So we're gonna edit the masternode.conf file. You can also edit the masternode.conf file if you're on a Windows machine by going to open masternode configuration file, but it's for some reason bugged in mine, so I have to go to it by hand. And it's Emacs, it's the editor, and then we go to the Odin directory. And there should be, if you press tab multiple times, you see the masternode.conf. Okay, these are the other two masternodes. So it's built with alias name, the IP address of the server, and then the port, the masternode uh, uh, the masternode private key, and the txid output, collect for output, and an index. So let's do it. So it's masternode 03, cool. Then the IP address is over here. One further. The port is all the same for, unless you want them to be different. That can also masternode private key. Copy it. Paste that. The txid. We check the txid by clicking on the transaction, but you can also double check it by let's get the guide again, doing masternode outputs. But the thing is, if you do masternode outputs, oh, there goes my terminal. Hold on, let me get it back. So by typing masternode outputs, you see the outputs of the masternodes that are on the generated, and we can open Emacs next to it, and we can see which ones are used. And you see that the 4B is used, the 9C, and the FE is not used. The problem is this is on alphabetical sequence, and it's not on sequence on the newest masternode. So if imagine if you have a long list here, you'll have a problem with finding the right one. But if you click the payment here, you see it directly. But I was told you shouldn't rely on this as well for some reason. I'm not sure why yet. I'd like to have that explained as well. So maybe I'll just update it. But for now, this is good. We can paste it here. And also, I forgot to see the sequence number 1 or 0. And it was 1. So we need to add 1. Then we go ahead and save. So I hold in Emacs, you need to hold Control, then XS to save, hold Control again, then XC to close. You can click this away. And then there's not much we have to do. We just hop over to here. And we don't see it yet, but when we restart the wallet, so we close it, and then we start it again. It should pop up that we have 75,000 Odin locked. And we can see that the third one is here. It's still missing because we didn't start it yet. We can just select it and just press start alias, or we can just from here start missing, and this one is missing, so it will start, but I'm just gonna press this one. Then we need to enter the wallet passphrase. Okay. Go ahead. Successfully started the masternode. It's enabled. Then we hop over back to the VPS because the last part of the masternode we want to check if it's running, yes or no. We did this part. Starting your masternode. We did that as well. So we want to check our masternode status. Not capable masternode, hot mode, waiting for remote activation. It can take a while, or we can just try to stop it. And then start the odin-cli daemon again. Let's see the status now. Still the same. Okay, let's wait it a bit. Okay, so I waited for like 30 minutes or something and started it every 10 minutes or 5 minutes when I felt like it, because it takes a little while in order to find it. And best is just to have a lot of patience here, because we don't have documentation how this should be done exactly at the moment. But what I just did is wait a bit and then start alias again at the cold wallet. And then I did the masternode status again, and now it started successfully. So all we need to do now is wait like 20 hours for the coins to be fully mature. It takes about 20 hours now because with the current amount of masternodes online, it takes a lot longer. So have patience, and then you should see your first masternodes taking a ward in about 20 hours or so. I hope you enjoyed the guide. Good luck, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask on Discord. See you.